For every American holding US dollars, ignoring this signal from the world's most famous investor could mean watching your savings just evaporate into worthlessness.
But here's the twist. The man sounding the alarm is at the same time holding the biggest pile of cash of his entire career. So what is really going on here?
I mean, listen to this. That quote comes straight from Warren Buffett himself. He's been super critical of government spending and what it does to the currency. He gets it. He knows fiat money is literally designed to lose its value over time.
So that brings us to the big paradox, right? Why on earth is his company, Berkshire Hathaway, sitting on a record-breaking cash pile of over $380 billion? In this explainer, we're going to dig into that contradiction and lay out the exact playbook insiders are using to play this market.
All right, first up, let's unpack this billion-dollar paradox.
So on one hand, you've got Buffett going on record calling U.S. fiscal policy scary and warning everyone about where the dollar is headed. But on the other hand, you look at his company's balance sheet and it's got the largest cash position it's had in 2 decades. Now, this isn't some oversight, this is a signal.
Okay, Section 2. Let's look at the hard numbers that prove his warning isn't about the future, it's about right now.
This chart tells you everything you need to know. In just the last 5 years, the US dollar has lost over 20% of its purchasing power. Think about that. This isn't some theoretical risk. It's a real, measurable drain on your wealth if you're holding cash.
Now here's where things get really interesting. Look what happens when you price a major asset, like a house in the US, in a hard currency like Bitcoin. In 2015, the average home cost almost 700 Bitcoin. Today, it's less than 5. The takeaway here is absolutely critical. The currency you use to measure your wealth, well, that's becoming one of the most important financial decisions you can possibly make.
So this all brings up a massive question for investors. We all know Buffett famously sat on the sidelines during the early days of the internet and tech boom. Is history repeating itself? Is he now missing the boat on the store of value revolution? The data strongly suggests a major shift is already underway.
Okay, moving on to part 3, and this gets us into the first piece of the new strategy, focusing on assets that have undeniable real-world use.
And in that world, Solana is just showing total dominance. Jeremy Allaire, he's the CEO of Circle, the company that issues the USDC stablecoin, he came out and confirmed it. Solana is processing the lion's share of their on-chain transactions. This isn't hype or speculation. This is real usage by major players, and it signals that the network is seriously maturing. Now for part 4. This is the second part of the strategy, and this one is way more time-sensitive. It revolves around a really powerful economic event.
So there's this project called Bittensor, or TAY. The easiest way to think about it is this. It's a decentralized network, but instead of using all its computing power to secure money like Bitcoin does, it's designed to incentivize a global network of computers to create and distribute artificial intelligence.
And its economic model, as you can see here, is deliberately built to mirror Bitcoin. They both have a capped supply of 21 million. They both have a halving event every 4 years, which cuts new supply in half. The only fundamental difference is what they produce. Bitcoin produces trust. Bittensor is designed to produce intelligence.
And here's the crucial part. Bittensor's very first halving is happening right now. By definition, this creates a supply shock because the rewards for running the network get slashed in half overnight. And if we look at Bitcoin's history, the full market effects of this supply squeeze have usually been felt about 6 to 12 months after the halving.
Okay, so let's boil all this down into a clear strategic move for you. Section 5.
Here it is, the insider's playbook. Number 1, you have to acknowledge the problem. Even Warren Buffett is waving red flags about the fiat system. Number 2, hard assets are your only real defense. Number 3, you have to prioritize utility. Projects like Solana are proving they're winning the transaction war. And number 4, identify the catalysts. Events like the Bittensor or Halving are a fundamental shock to an asset supply and demand.
Look, if you want to stay on top of these kinds of fast-moving developments, you need info from the front lines. For our channel, Crypto Global News, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell now so you are never, ever left behind.
And for those of you who want our analysis before anyone else, you have to join our private Telegram. You get uncensored updates there first. Scan the QR code on your screen or just use the link in the description below to get in. The Tau halving is a huge deal, but it's not the only game in town. There is another major AI project in the final stages of a merger with a tech giant you absolutely know. We're revealing its name in our very next explainer. That video is on your end screen right now. Click it.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.